Let's dive into the absolute chaos surrounding President Musk's first days in office. If the plan was a smooth transition, well, it's failing spectacularly. Here's the gist. The government is about to shut down tonight unless it gets funded. The bipartisan deal was already in place, but then Trump and Musk stepped in at the last minute and blew it up. So a new deal had to be hammered out. And in the process, Republicans decided to cut $190 million from childhood cancer research. Yeah, they defunded research that helps kids with cancer. But before we get into the details, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. Now, I get that the optics probably don't matter to a party backed by billionaires and unable to handle basic governance. But seriously, cutting funding for pediatric cancer research, that's on another level. And before they try to pin this on the Democrats, let's set the record straight. The original bipartisan deal included the $190 million for cancer research. But when Republicans scrapped that deal and wrote their own, the funding disappeared. They looked at a program supporting kids with cancer and said, nope, not important. Democrats aren't letting this slide. Senator Brian Schatz pointed out that Republicans are punishing sick kids to pay for corporate tax cuts. Representative Sylvia Garcia highlighted that this wasn't some vague cut. It was $190 billion from the Gabriella Miller Kids' first pediatric research program, a bipartisan initiative created during Obama's presidency. Even Republicans supported it back then. Now, it's gone seemingly because Musk told them to cut it. Think about that. The richest man in the world, worth $250 billion, just pulled $190 million from kids with cancer. That's not an exaggeration. It's what happened. And here's where it gets worse. Republicans are planning to slash $2.05 trillion in mandatory spending. Where do you think that's coming from? Medicare and Social Security programs millions of Americans rely on. Why? To fund more tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy. Even some Republicans are frustrated. Representative Nicole Maliotakis said she has no idea what's going on, calling out the lack of leadership. But let's be real. This chaos isn't just about Speaker Johnson. It's a bipartisan deal collapsed because Trump and Musk torpedoed it, plain and simple. Yet instead of blaming them, Republicans are either staying quiet or pointing fingers elsewhere. Why? Because Musk has made it clear he'll fund challengers against anyone who steps out of line. This is governance by intimidation. Look at what happened to Chip Roy. He criticized the spending deal, and Trump immediately attacked him, calling him talentless and encouraging challengers to run against him. But here's the thing. Republicans created this mess. They wanted Musk and Trump calling the shots, and now they're stuck with it. It's the classic leopards eating faces party scenario. You vote for chaos, you get chaos. And let's not forget the real world impact of this shutdown. It's not just about political squabbles. It's about federal workers not getting paid, national security risks, holiday travel disruptions, and government agencies being unable to function. So the next time Republicans try to brand themselves as for the people, remember this. Their first big move under Musk was to defund childhood cancer research, shut down the government, and leave the country in disarray.